Hi, this is Winn Claybaugh. Welcome to my Best of Masters weekly audio blog for AmericanSalon.com. Next up is one of my favorite clips from the last 20 years of inspiring interviews from Masters Audio Club. I know that there's makeup schools and they'll teach you a lot about makeup, but in terms of like theater makeup, like especially if you're talking about, you mentioned opera and stuff, is there really a school? Are there schools that teach that, or is that pretty much you're working in the theater, mentoring and learning it that way?
Yeah, they're basically, those makeup schools teach you beauty makeup, they teach you prosthetic makeup, more film, special effects makeup, but really for theater, no. Basically, we learn on the job.
Okay.
We learn by mentoring. So
all those people that you've been associated with on all those different shows and projects, pretty much they all learn the same way. None of them are coming to you and say, well, I just graduated from this great school and they taught me how to do makeup for opera.
Right. I mean, well, maybe there's the
North Carolina School of the Arts.
Right. They do have an opera department.
They've got a huge, theater department, wig making and things like that.
Cool.
So they do get a basic education there. But it's, in this business, especially in theater and in film, I guess, we're constantly learning all the time, at least for myself. I learn new stuff. Every show I do, you're working with different people, I learn something new, a new technique or a better way to do something or a different way to do something.
Okay.
So I'm constantly learning.
Yeah, because if you think you know it all, you don't.
In makeup and hair. I mean, you're never going to know everything or, the best way to do something. So
talk us through your typical day. So the show starts at, is it 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So the show starts at 8 o'clock. And then on Saturdays and Sundays you have matinees?
We have matinees. Different times, but normally 2 and 8.
Okay, so if the show starts at 8 o'clock, what time are you arriving at the theater? And just kind of walk us through a typical day.
Okay, there's 4 of us on the Wicked crew.
That's just wigs.
Just for hair, yeah.
So that's not makeup.
Right, makeup, there's one person, and she's her own department, basically.
Okay. On the show Wicked, how many wigs are there?
We have approximately 110.
For the show?
For the show.
And how many cast members are in wigs?
At one point or another in the show, everybody, with the exception of the Wizard and Fierro, are wigs. So around 40-ish.
Okay, so most of them wear a wig.
At least one.
It's rare that they're showing their real hair, their own hair. Okay, cool. Okay, so talk us through a typical day.
Okay, for an 8 o'clock show, we get in at 6:30.
Okay.
We have an hour before they call half hour, which is when we start working with actors.
Okay.
So we have an hour to get the wigs ready, touch them up, unblock them, which is taking all the pins out and getting them ready to wear, basically.
Okay.
Getting our supplies ready. So we have an hour of that. We also at 6:30, get what's called an in and out sheet, so we know if any of the main actors are out, we know who's on to cover them. We've got a lot of actors that are called swings, which are like an understudy. If somebody's out sick or on vacation, there's somebody else covering that role.
Right.
Everybody has their own wig, so that's really important for us to know, so we know whose wigs we need to get ready.
Okay.
So we have an hour of that. At 7:30, actors start coming in to get their wigs on. Donna and my other 2 assistants, Vanessa and Kim, are in the hair room, and actors come to them. Actually, Donna and Vanessa are.
Right.
I go to the dressing rooms. I deal with Glinda and Elphaba, the 2 lead witches.
Right.
So I deal with them. I go up and I prep their hair and put their wigs on in their dressing rooms.
Okay.
Kim, my first assistant, deals with Madame Morrible, who's another principal character, and she does her in her dressing room as well.
Okay.
So we have...
So wait, the show starts at 8 o'clock, and you're just putting them in wigs at 7:30?
Right.
Here, I'm thinking at 2 o'clock you got them...
No,
you do... There's 4 of you...
Right.
Oh, are they in costumes first? And then wigs is last?
Wigs is first.
Wigs is first? They do all of this in 30 minutes.
Well, there's a lot of people. I mean, there's 4 of us, which we're busy, but we're not overly busy. I mean, there's points where we're busy and our jobs are steady.
Right.
But it's doable.
Wow.
For me personally, I'll let Donna kind of explain what she does at half hour. With me, I go up to whoever's playing Glinda. I go to the Glinda dressing room at half hour. 7:30. I pin curl her hair, which is the way we prep their hair to put on a wig.
Right.
Put on her wig cap. I leave her. At that point, she's doing her own makeup.
Oh, pin curls.
Pin curls.
So my beauty school students need to know how to do pin curls.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Which I did learn to do a pin curl set in beauty school.
Okay. Sorry, I just had to stick that in there. Okay,
but,
got it.
Yeah, that's something you'll learn.
Okay, got it.
So pin curl her hair, put on her wig cap. I then leave her when they call 15 minutes. So at 7:45, I go to whoever's playing Elphaba, go to that dressing room, and do the same thing. I pin curl her hair and put on her wig cap.
Okay.
She's a little trickier because at the same time she's getting her makeup done. They have to paint her whole face, neck, almost down to her shoulders, and her hands green every night.
Right.
And they start at half hour as well. So we're kind of working in tandem at the same time, doing the hair and the makeup. Once I finish her pin curls, I bounce back over to Glinda's dressing room, usually when they call 5 minutes, and I put her wig on. She gets into her costume, I leave, go back out to Elphaba's dressing room. Once her makeup is finished and she's dressed, I put her wig on, and the show starts.
See, I'm just nervous hearing about it. It just seems like that's so quick to do all of that.
It can be. After you do it for a while,
right?
It's, it's old hat.
Right.
It falls into place and
Yeah,
everything
you joke.
works. And
You always just...
Yeah, and it's fun.
Yeah.
So what do you have to add to that
well,
routine?
For me, basically, at half hour, I have... Again, it depends on if we have a swing on. If there is an actor, let's say, the actor that plays Elphaba's father in the opening number, if he's out, there's another actor that comes on. Well, he wears a wig. So that means that I actually have an extra wig during that time. So it really depends on at half hour. I may have, basically, at that time slot, have 2 people to put wigs in.
Okay.
And so basically with me, it's every 10 minutes, every 15 to 10 minutes, I have somebody to do. So I, get them in. They already come with their hair prepped already because of the time it takes to prep their hair. Yeah, so I just put them in and then put the wigs on, and then they go and get into their costume. And then 10 minutes, I get another person coming in and get their wigs on. And then at 5 minutes, I get another person, put her wig on, and that's it. And then when they call places, I get my wigs ready for the next change and everything, and take my basket upstairs and preset it, which is presetting is putting your wigs where they need to be for the next change, so when the actors come off stage, they're right there.